Good morning. I'm live on the Magnetic Mind coaching Facebook page, which is really quite nice because I don't tend to do a great deal of lives here. I tend to video. And I wanted to talk to you about time management really, and why it's so important if you want to progress in any of your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. And the reason why I'm doing it today is because I'm constantly being asked, how do I fit so much in? How comes I've achieved so many things in my life? And a lot of it does come down to time management. So, you know, time management in so much as how you spend your time, what you do with your time, how productive are you with your time? Because we all have the same amount of hours in the day, don't we? And we all have the same amount of time that we can use in that day. But it is totally how you utilise that. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, in order for you to want to move towards your goals and your dreams and your ambitions, you really do have to be totally committed. You have to be committed to your aim, but you also truly need to take responsibility for getting there, because it isn't down to anybody else. It is only down to you. Only you can change your current reality. Only you can change the way you live today, and get you to where you want to be. And if you want something bad enough, if you want to make that change enough, you will do what you need to do to get you there. And no amount of manifestation through the law of attraction is going to get you what you want if you do not put the action in. It's all about massive action. You have to put the action in. Otherwise, what happens is these things just remain a dream. They just stay in your head. They're a dream. They never come to fruition. And one of the biggest game changers for me was when I started to look at time differently. And instead of looking, oh, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday like we do, because when you work in corporate, and when you work in the corporate world, which I have done for many years in board level, you can quite easily get yourself into a particular mindset, especially when you're working in the City of London, whereby you live for your weekend. When you're younger, you know, you're in your 20s and your 30s and you don't have a great deal of responsibility per se, you just live for that weekend. You know, Saturday and Sunday and Friday nights, you just live for those nights and you just blaze through, you know, the remaining days, the work days that you have to do, just so that you can get to the weekend and then go and, you know, party and I've been there, done it, and do what you need to do, you know. But I stopped looking at the week in that respect. I stopped looking at the week because I wanted more, you know. What I was finding, I'm going back about 6 or 7 years minimum now, what I was finding that what was happening is that you lose balance. You lose balance in your life when you look at days like that. So on Monday you go to work, you commute, you go to work, you do this, you do that, you come home, you go to bed, you're on a cycle. You know, you come home, you make your dinner, you might watch a bit of TV, and then you get up and you do the same thing and you go round and round and round, and then the weekend comes and then you think, oh gosh, I'm tired, what do I do now? And you're tired purely because you haven't had balance. You haven't had balance in your life. You're just totally focused on the one aspect, and that one aspect just might be paying your bills and giving you a bit of a lifestyle, but what it's not doing is it's not contributing necessarily to your health. It's not necessarily contributing to where you want to be in life, and it's not necessarily contributing to your mindset really, and your mental health. So what I started to do is I started to think of the day differently. Not as we label it to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not as that, but I started to think of the day as, right, okay, today, yep, okay, if I've got to go to the office, then I know that a certain chunk of my time is going to be taken up doing that office work or that consultancy work or whatever it is I need to be doing. But there'll be other hours in that day that I can utilise to fulfil, so that I can get some kind of balance in my life. And that's what I started to do. So I ended up doing bits of work 7 days a week. And when I say bits of work, I'm not talking I worked 7 days a week, constantly working 7 days a week. But what I did was I made sure that 7 days a week I had balance on a daily basis. So, and that included things like making sure I added in my goals, where I wanted to be in the next 5 years. Where did I needed to add bits in, and if that meant I needed to read a book, I would schedule it in, I would diarise it. If I needed to make sure, you know, I was eating a healthy, balanced diet, I would plan my food intake. I would do all of that stuff that's required to make sure you get balance. And then you end up achieving so much more, because you're not just saying Monday to Friday is my work day only and I'm working for somebody else to work for their agenda. You set aside your own agenda too, and it's so important. It's so important to be able to work towards your own agenda. So there's just a few little tips there really about how you can, you know, utilise time differently, and you can play with this. I mean, who says we should treat a day because someone says it's labelled Monday? Who says it should be called Monday? What's that got to do with anything anyway? Just because it's Monday, what on earth has that got to do with anything anyway? Nothing. It just means we have another 24 hours where we need to make sure that we are eating properly, we are earning some money, we are looking after our mental health, we are looking after our physical health, and we are spending time with our family and our close friends, and we are doing things that we also love to do. And that's when you get the balance, and that's when you become more productive. So I hope that's helped, and yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. I'd love to hear from you. Take care now. Bye bye.